Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Maki and I am an Assistant Director of Admission here at Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. First and foremost, I want to extend a huge congratulations to you and your student on their acceptance to MCPHS. What an exciting time in both of your lives and really a culmination of all of their amazing efforts and achievements in high school, both academic and extracurricular. We are so thrilled to offer your student admission to our university. After all the excitement and celebrations, you might be thinking, all right, my student is admitted. What are my next steps? So the purpose of this video, my student is admitted, now what? I'm going to outline some very important next steps. So be sure to stay tuned so you don't miss out on any important information. To secure your student's spot as a future MCPHS Cardinal, you'll need to make sure that they submit their $500 enrollment deposit and the $300 housing deposit if your student chooses to live on campus. If they're planning to commute to campus, you'll just need to submit the $500 enrollment deposit. Deposits can be submitted electronically through their student portal. And don't forget that May 1st, 2024 is our enrollment deposit deadline. At MCPHS, we really understand that going to college is really an investment in your child's future. We are very, very proud to say that we are consistently ranked top in the nation for return on investment, and the US scorecard data median earnings for our MCPHS graduates is more than $124,000. So financial aid, definitely a big piece of the puzzle here. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk about some very important next steps regarding financial aid here at MCPHS. So applying for federal financial aid is a really, really great way to maximize the amount of financial aid that you and your student might qualify for to help pay for the cost of college. To do this, we really highly recommend completing what's called the FAFSA application. Okay, the FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and you can complete it through the studentaid.gov website. So once it opens up, you'll want to make sure to collect all of your necessary documents and complete the application through their website. This year, the FAFSA will be available for the 2024-2025 academic year by January 1st, 2024. So once the FAFSA is completed and you've received your financial aid package from MCPHS, you and your family will actually have the opportunity to register for an affordability appointment with us. These are individualized appointments that are really designed to go through your student's full financial aid package, discuss what financial aid they were awarded, what they qualified for, and also, have a conversation about different types of payment plans. These appointments will be available to register for in January on our website, which is mcphs.edu/visit. I really encourage these affordability appointments as they're a really great way to just make sure you have all those pieces to the puzzle and can really fully understand your student's financial aid package. All right, so we've talked about some next steps for financial aid. Let's get into on-campus housing. So if your student is planning to live on campus for their first year, they'll just need to make sure they submit both the enrollment deposit and the housing deposit so they can secure a bed on campus. Now, as a reminder, on-campus housing is guaranteed for all first-year students. So if they want to live on campus, they totally can. It is not required, but it is guaranteed for their first year. After the first year, a lot of our students will actually choose to live in the city of Boston, which is so great because they have so many opportunities to kind of engage with the city. They're close to campus, so they really get that kind of city living experience. And you honestly never know what can happen. I know that we had a tour guide in our office who was walking down the street to get some Starbucks. One day she bumped into a doctor that worked at Boston Children's. They started sparking up conversation, and then she eventually landed an internship at Boston Children's Hospital just from that interaction at a Starbucks. So really, really great opportunities to kind of live in Boston, and you never know what can happen. So if your student is planning to live on campus, though, they'll want to make sure that they have all the information they need for our housing portal. So the housing portal is going to be their go-to for really anything related to on-campus housing. Once the housing deposit is submitted, your student will start to receive some very important emails pertaining to next step information, how to log into the housing portal, and all of the required documents they'll need to submit. So specifically in the housing portal, there are two documents that are going to be really important. The first of which is the housing questionnaire and then the housing contract. The housing questionnaire will have questions pertaining to your students' likes and dislikes. So for example, your student will fill out if they are clean or messy, do they like to go to bed early, late? Do they like to use their space as more of a study space or a social space? It's really important to be very truthful and honest in these housing questionnaires so that residence life can match you with another student to be your potential roommate that also has similar living preferences as your student. Okay. If your student has someone in mind that they would like to room with during their first year at MCPHS, there is the opportunity for students to select other students in the portal as roommates as well. So you'll just want to be sure that all students that want to live together request each other as roommates in the portal, provide their student ID, and list their preference of housing style on campus. We are very excited to offer many different campus visit options for your accepted student this spring. Maybe it's their first time visiting campus, or maybe you have been to campus before, but you want to come back just to get another chance to explore our labs, talk with current students and faculty, before deciding to submit your deposit and become a future MCPHS Cardinal. So there's a couple of different visit options, like I mentioned. We offer daily visits Monday through Friday. These are great opportunities for you and your student to come have a session with an admissions counselor. You'll also get a campus tour with one of our fantastic admission ambassadors. In addition to our campus visits, though, we also offer unique, individualized campus experiences that we call Your Days. The Your Days are really an opportunity for you and your student to come to campus. You can get a tour, you can talk to an admissions counselor, and then your student will, specifically have the option to go to class with the current student and, maybe go to lunch with the student if they are interested in doing that as well. So it's really your day. Your student gets to kind of pick and choose what aspects they would like to incorporate in their day. I like to refer to these visits as a day in the life of an MCPHS student. It really gives them a glimpse of what it would be like to be an MCPHS student by going to class, getting lunch, exploring the labs, and things like that. And then last but not least, we will have a handful of accepted students days for you, your family, your student to really come have that campus experience. We'll have a couple of accepted students days in the spring in February, March, and April. So if you are interested in coming to campus, there'll be great days on campus. You can register in the link below on our website. We're really excited to really welcome you and your family to campus for those exciting days on campus. All right, well, do you feel like your student is ready to take that next step and become a future healthcare leader? We will hold a required orientation for all incoming students over the summer. The registration for orientation usually opens up in May, and the orientation dates typically take place in June over the summer before classes start in the fall. Your student will receive much more information and further instructions to their email regarding orientation as the date approaches, so just make sure that they are on the lookout for that. And last but not least, don't forget to engage with us on all of our social media platforms. You can get social by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Instagram account, both of which are at MCPHS Admissions. On behalf of the MCPHS Admissions Office, congratulations again to you and your student on your student's admission to Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. We can't wait to welcome you to our community as a future healthcare leader.